I don't think I've ever been her teammate before, even with USA basketball or anything like that. So I know people are going to be really excited about it, but I hope it doesn't take away from everybody else. Like, this is a huge accomplishment for.
Did you catch what she meant by that? Clark is practically predicting that there could be some trouble with Angel Reese on the All-Star team. We all know these two have a history, right? And it seems like Caitlin is worried that all this rivalry might overshadow the rest of the team. But hold on, is Clark right to be concerned? Will Reese really cause some trouble and overshadow Caitlin Clark and the other players? As everyone already knows, Caitlin Clark is killing it in the WNBA. She not only got selected for the All-Star game, but was the most voted player in the entire league. We're talking over 700,000 votes, folks. That's just insane. And it doesn't stop there. Her teammate on the Fever, Aaliyah Boston, came in second with over 618,000 votes. This shows how much the Fever is booming, right? Now, Angel Reese? She came in fifth with 381,518 votes. Not bad, but nowhere near Clark. This All-Star game is shaping up to be the most exciting in WNBA history. Just imagine, Clark and Reese on the same team. It's like mixing oil and water, folks. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The game will be on July 20th in Phoenix. And guess what? They're going to play against the USA Olympic team. That's right, the two biggest stars of the new generation against the established veterans. Clark is worried that all this rivalry stuff might take the focus away from the other players, and I agree with her. After all, there's a lot of talent in this All-Star game besides these two. But let's be honest, who isn't excited to see Clark and Reese playing together? This is the kind of thing that makes us love basketball, folks. The WNBA is on fire, and Clark is at the center of it all. But to understand what's happening now, we need to go back a bit. Remember the 2023 National Championship? That's where this rivalry between Clark and Reese blew up. On one side, we had our Caitlin Clark, leading the Iowa Hawkeyes like a true maestro. On the other, Angel Reese leading the LSU Tigers. It was a thrilling game. LSU ended up winning, but Clark? Man, she played amazingly. Even in defeat, she showed why she's the best player of her generation. But what really stood out was what happened after the final whistle. Reese did that "you can't see me" gesture from John Cena right in Clark's face. Many people thought it was unnecessary, including me. Clark? She showed all her class and maturity, didn't fall for the provocation. This game was one of the most watched in women's college basketball history. The rivalry between these two drew so much attention that even people who didn't follow women's basketball started paying attention. And now, this rivalry is coming full force to the WNBA. Every game Clark plays is a viewer magnet. People want to see how she will fare against the professionals, and so far, she's doing great. Clark and Reese's arrival in the league is making the WNBA break viewership records. The last game of the Fever against the Aces, fifth largest crowd in league history. That's Clark taking women's basketball to another level, folks. Now imagine these two playing together in the All-Star game. Will they put the rivalry aside for the good of the team, or will they try to prove who's better? I can't wait to see it. But let's focus on Caitlin Clark and look at her numbers. 16 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 7.1 assists per game on average. For a rookie, that's simply incredible. And that's not all. Clark is leading all rookies in points and assists. She's already among the best in the league, ranking third in assists and 16th in scoring. And this with just a few games in her professional career. Can you imagine what's coming next? Now let's talk about the last game against the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, the Fever lost, but Clark played amazingly. 13 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. A double-double in the house of the current champions is no small feat, not to mention the last game against the Mercury, where she was just 1 rebound short of a triple-double. And the most impressive part? Her presence on the court. The T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas had 20,366 fans. That's a record, folks. Fifth largest crowd in WNBA history since 1995. All because of Clark. She's transforming the league, making people pay attention to women's basketball like never before. Every Fever game is now an event. People aren't just watching, they're going to the arenas, buying jerseys, talking on social media. And the best part? Clark is doing this with humility. After the game against the Aces, she talked about how the team fought well in the first 3 quarters, how they need to improve, always thinking about the team, always wanting to get better. That's why fans love Clark. She's not just talent, she's dedication, maturity, and a show both on and off the court. The WNBA will never be the same after her arrival, and we're here to witness every moment of this incredible journey. So, how will this partnership between our Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese play out? Reese, we know, has a very intense playing style and a strong personality on the court. She likes to provoke, to show emotion. Nothing against it, everyone has their own way of playing. But could this affect the team's dynamics in the All-Star? Clark, on the other hand, is pure class. She always keeps her cool, focuses on the game, and doesn't engage in provocations. That's why we love her, right? Her maturity is something else, remember what Clark said. She hopes that this partnership with Reese doesn't take the spotlight away from the other players. This shows how much she cares about the team, about the show as a whole. It's this kind of attitude that makes her a true leader. Now, imagine the scenario. Clark making brilliant passes, Reese grabbing crucial rebounds. This could be amazing for the All-Star team. But what if Reese decides to provoke? How will Clark react? How could this affect the rest of the team? The challenge here will be finding a balance. Clark will have to use all her game intelligence to keep the team united, to make this partnership work. And let me tell you, if anyone can make this work, it's Caitlin Clark. She has already proven she can handle pressure, that she can stay focused even in the toughest situations. In the end, this All-Star game will be quite a test, not just of skills on the court, but of maturity, of teamwork. And I'm confident our Clark will shine as always. But what about the future of the WNBA? Things are getting really exciting in the league. First, look at what Clark is already doing. Record viewership, packed arenas, people talking about women's basketball like never before. She's not just an incredible player, she's a marketing phenomenon. Reese is also attracting attention. She leads the league in rebounds and broke the record for most consecutive games with a double-double. Now imagine what could happen after this All-Star game. If Clark and Reese can work well together, this could be the beginning of a new era in women's basketball. Rivalry on the court, respect off it. That's what makes the sport grow. And it's not just that. Clark is inspiring a new generation of players. Girls all over the country are watching her play and thinking, I want to be like that when I grow up. This is bigger than basketball, folks. It's about representation, about showing that women can be sports superstars. Looking ahead, I see the WNBA growing more and more. More sponsors, more media coverage, higher salaries for the players, and Clark will be at the center of all this. Of course, there will be challenges. The pressure on Clark is enormous. But if there's one thing she has already proven, it's that she can handle pressure. Every game is a chance for her to show why she's considered one of the best players of her generation. In the end, the future of the WNBA looks brighter than ever. And much of that is thanks to Caitlin Clark. She's not just the future of women's basketball, she's the present. And we're here to witness every moment of this incredible journey. And you, what do you think is going to happen? Leave your predictions for the All-Star game in the comments. Will Clark dominate? Will she and Reese surprise everyone by playing well together? I can't wait to see.